Welcome to Doozer Shop. Had the day off today, and what I wanted to do is work on the Rockford hydraulic open side planer, which I have not touched in a very long time. It has approximately 30 gallons of oil that's been in there probably longer than I've been alive. If you remember, this is the planer I dragged on a trailer from Buffalo, New York down here to Charlotte to my shop. And it's been sitting in my shop and I have not run it. When my friend Jim owned it, he had not run it. Came from the Westinghouse electric plant in Buffalo. Probably a good thing that Jim did not run it, because I sucked out a bunch of water underneath the oil. So let me kind of take you handheld and I'll show you what I did here in my adventure today, servicing the oil on the Rockford hydraulic open side planer. Let me go handheld. So this is a 16 gallon drum that's full of oil. I pulled out more than 30 gallons. Let me kind of show you. I'm on the back side. That's the back of the arm. That's the table. What it's got is those two manhole covers, and actually they come off, but the centers come off too, so I have access. So I did a pretty decent job without spilling any. 10 horse electric motor. There's a Vickers pump in there. So after filling up the 16 gallon keg, I filled up three plus 5 gallon containers. So let me show you my rig. That's one of those rubber impeller pumps. These are typically used in marine applications. This one's all stainless. Universal brush motor. You got garden hose thread and 3/8 pipe thread available. So that's the output just sticking in there. And what I did is I made a double knuckle fitting. I can adjust the angle of this to really suck every last bit off the bottom of the sump. So I had been sticking it in there, and it's up, draining back, because I'm finished draining the oil. So let me do this. Let me get the flashlight positioned. Let me stick the flashlight inside here and kind of show you guys. I'm going to stick my camera in the sump. Drain tubes. You can still see some of the milky whiteness and some of the, I guess that's metal. Don't know. Had a layer of water in there. That's a big check valve. Maybe it's not a check valve. I think that's a pressure relief valve. Oh, there's another pipe. I didn't even see that pipe. But let me try to turn the lamp. Can't really see much. So that's a weir, you see. So we're furthest away from, there's fittings up there. There's a whole bunch of pipes. Hold on. That is a control rod, I think. Bear with me here, trying to do things. Well, yeah. Those are the controls from the outside of the machine. Trying to pan you around. I got my hand stuck in here. There's lines and... oh boy. I guess those go to the end of the cylinder. We turn around this way. I don't know if I can see. It's really hard for me to show anything. Alright, I'm going to pull my hand out of this one and we'll go into this one. We stick my lamp in there first. There we go. Alright, get a look at the bottom. Sludge, sludge, sludge. Now, there's that weir that you saw in the last shot. So, one of the things I want to show you guys, that is the hydraulic filter that's on the circuit that lubricates the ways. Now that filter is supposed to be a Purolator model number EA-2. Okay? And you might be able to see, I can't, there's a let me try to show you. I'm trying to show you. Lighten the forward. This is the controls. Again, that's the main inlet from the pump. Anyhow, so that's that. Bottom of the cylinder. I'm trying to turn you guys around so I don't drop the camera. Now that's the Vickers pump, okay? There's the out. There's the in. You can see the white is all trash. The white is from the water. You can see all the... I'm trying to give you a shot of everything here. There's the weir. So there's 3 weirs. But anyhow, that's the hydraulic pump. And all the lines and associated stuff. So, yeah, and there's the lines. So, let me take you around. Anyhow, that's that. Let me turn off the lamp. Oh, let me stand up. Oh, goodness. Let me back up. So, that's how you get into it. Those 2 holes. Put a mouse in there. Probably in the hydraulic oil longer than I've been alive. So that's a pretty effective pump. Like I said, that's the suction, and I got in there, and there's a hose that goes into the drum. So probably I sucked out maybe 32 gallons, something like that. I've never moved this table. This table has never been moved. Kind of walk around here. More of a storage shelf than anything. Isn't that cool how that handle works? That's off my Clausing 8520, but the little zigzag works well. You could kind of see a handle like this would not work. It would hit, but that's the proper handle. Do that on there. So that's kind of fun. It's become a shelf, I know. So those are the valves. I think that's, I forget. There's three ranges and then Ford, I don't remember what those are. That's the speed. I think that's something with the speed. That's the speed range, and that's, God, if I remember. That's start and stop, and this is low, medium, high. Something like that. So that's what that is. And those lines that come out, that's the reversing rack, or the power feed rack that increments the feed of the. You can shift it to do a number of different things. Yeah, I know I got a box of stuff up there, whatever. This is reverse for something there, and Steve Watkins has a very similar planer, Rockford. But that corner in there, that was greasy as can be. All this stuff was greasy. So, not this valve. There's a valve inside one of the handholds that is supposed to be for the wave lubrication on the table. And the manual says when you first get the machine, you first start it after being idle for a period, open the valve 3 turns from being seated. It's a needle valve. And the table should just be flooded with oil. The ways should be flooded with oil. And then close it completely and open it 1 turn. This valve was backed off to half a turn. I set it back to 3 turns, so when I turn it on, this thing should just ooze oil. We'll taper it back. But anyhow, just wanted to show you that with the Rockford hydraulic open side planer. Can't wait to see the footage myself here that I'm recording now, because I can't stick my head inside there. But that's how that goes. Just need to get this thing. You see that drain? That drain goes right into the sump. So any metal shavings in the sump, well, it would be in this weir, right? If any shavings would be in this weir, but the middle weir and the end weir have shavings in them too. I don't know. I don't know what that's wear from just the hydraulic system. Don't know. But I'm thinking I might get a rag and stick my hand in there. I've been using the heck out of these blue paper towels. Just go and clean up in there. I got a rag here. But it's interesting. There's a drain hole there. There's a piece of wood. For the second one and a third one. So all 3 of those sectioned off reservoirs are able to be drained. I sucked them out, of course, but I'm still on my roller rods. I'm slap on the floor basically, so I can't really drain into anything. There's Teflon tape on these pipe plugs, like they've been out sometime since the point of Teflon tape was being invented. I think this is a 69 or 70 model. This one, on the Giddings and Lewis, I drained it from there. But, hard to see, it's on a 10-inch channel iron riser, right? So I was able to drain it into a bucket because I'm a foot off the ground. These are right on the ground, right? These are right on the ground. So that's why I sucked it out with the my little guy there. So I just dropped off 3 of these 15 gallons at the city recycling center. I think I might split this one up into 3 little guys and take them another day. But I just want to show you guys inside the Rockford's belly of the beast. Don't want to make this too long of a video. So keep watching for more updates on the Rockford planer. It talks about different oil brands. I don't know. It said 300 stable viscosity at 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Crosses over pretty much to ISO 68 hydraulic oil. So that's what I got. Just real quick, I'll show you. I got a local oil company literally at the corner of my street that is a dealer for lubricants. Griffin Oil. As you can see in the Chevy truck, I went out and got 30 gallons of oil. That was like $328 for all that. Yeah, you don't want to play, you gotta pay. Alright, until next time, this is Doozer Shop.